Hey, y'all, hey.
If they can't see us, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell them.
I'm talking about me seeing the screen.
You can see the screen.
Oh, God.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, y'all. Don't mind us. It's Monday night. We had our normal shenanigans, yo.
Just getting started.
Mr. Phillip seems to think that I can see far, even with my glasses on.
Ain't nothing for you to see.
Oh,
What you gotta
goodness.
see?
Okay, you're right. So if y'all see me,
My glasses work. You ain't gotta squint.
okay. I can't be in charge of that up there. I can't control that
Yeah,
up there.
that wasn't for you anyway.
It wasn't for me anyway. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Tonight we are drinking honey lemon tea. This weather has shifted gears, and so yeah, we're in the space of uh, take care of yourself before you get took care of. So
Yeah, because you don't be playing with the fall. You know what I'm saying?
not at all. Hey, Sharice.
No, Siri.
No,
I want to
Siri.
talk to you.
Siri just be invading conversations, public
Yo, what up,
forums.
Australia?
Hey, Stray.
What's up, y'all? So as y'all coming in, say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Also, do us a favor and click share. You know what I'm saying? Well, click like first, and then share, and then pop in and say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Let's interrupt this algorithm a little bit, so this video, this stream gets to moving around a little bit. So do us that kind favor, like, share, and then comment. All you gotta do when you comment, just say what up, or hey,
Mm-mm.
all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. Sorry, y'all.
You over there, man, tearing the club
I
up?
am apparently.
What you trying to do?
Nothing. I was sharing it to my page.
Oh,
All right.
I thought I had tagged you. I tagged you in it, didn't I?
Oh, we might have, but I just got to the thing and shared it. So,
Oh,
hey.
yeah, I thought I had tagged you in it so that way you could. But that's what's up. All right, so we getting ready, y'all. What kind of tea y'all drinking? What's this?
This tonight's Tea and Tunes is brought to you by Twinings Herbal Tea.
Oh, that's one of my
honey
favorites.
lemon for this evening. We are actually drinking tea tonight because 2 weeks ago we was drinking liqueur. So we actually have tea in our cups. So brought to you by Twinings. Over 300 years of experience in 1706, says the tag.
And if you want to know where to find Twinings, you can find Twinings at Kroger's. You can also find them at what's the other store? You can find it at Target, Meyer. Even though Kroger probably has like the best options. So
this is honey lemon for this evening. I'm sorry, lemon ginger. Yeah, lemon ginger for this evening. Sorry.
Yep. Sweet with a little tang to it.
Hey, Brandy. So for you guys that are new rolling in and missed us 2 weeks ago, we are back on our shenanigans. We took some time off to life.
Get the life.
In some ways, hey, Soror. In some ways, pandemic was easier in terms of time because nobody was going anywhere, and it was easier to just kind of sit in front of the computer and meet, greet, chit, and chat. But the world started again, and so lives kind of picked up and started again. So we had to reprioritize some things, but we are back. So we will be here on Mondays every 2 weeks, so every other week.
Mm-hmm.
So we were here 2 weeks ago. We're here tonight, and we'll be here 2 weeks from now. And
how you doing today?
I'm okay.
By the way, what's your name?
Oh, hey y'all, I'm fine. Who is you?
I'm Boog.
Hey, Tosh.
Welcome to Tea and Tunes.
Hey, T Cry. Right. We start with me laughing because I can't see the one camera with the Facebook stuff on it. So I'm just like trying not to squint. And Mr. Phillips told me that wasn't my business up there.
But it's cool. You can use your phone though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To check Facebook. Like I got it up on mine.
Oh, I could read that over there, but okay, never mind.
You could.
Hey.
I was trying to make it simpler.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a a well-oiled machine over here, if y'all can't tell.
What's up, Tasha? What's up, T Cry? T Cry, we miss you. I miss you. I'm gonna speak for me. I miss you. I'm sure she does, but I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart up under here. I miss you.
That's what we doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see what I
so
put with?
How you doing today, Mrs. Phillips?
This tap dance is on my last nerve, y'all.
On your last nerve?
The last one.
Whatever. Kenya Lay, what up, man?
Hey.
That's crazy that you popped in because I was gonna be bringing you up tonight. That's what's up.
I thank you, T Cry. I do miss you too. Hey, AJ.
I know V misses you, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew from me. You know what I'm saying?
Stop being a sucker.
I'm not.
Anywho.
You're a hater. I love you, T Cry.
Just kidding. So I'm okay. Y'all know how I get these. It's like 6 planets in retrograde. So I really just want to crawl under something heavy. It's a lot happening in the sky. I just want to crawl under something heavy because it's so much happening. We are just off of a
hey Katera,
a new moon in Libra. We are officially in Libra season. And so interestingly enough, what our topic is going to be tonight has to do with kind of Libra season. And so for you guys, any Libras in the house, throw up some hearts, raise a hand, say me. If you guys are in the replay, that's fine. You can do that too. Libra is about balance and relationships, partnerships. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. What's up? We miss you too.
And so that's the energy that we're working with is like balance and partnerships, relationships with self and others. Yeah. So.
Dante,
hey, Valentine.
What up? Hey, Natasha, we feel you.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, today was literally like a sleepy day. Like we could have laid in bed all day.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I felt today. I kept telling her, and I was like, dang, this is like a really like sleepy day. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I get it. But yeah, life be lifing. We having stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? So.
But yeah, I feel okay. It's just been a lot of heavy energy lately. And my brain keeps telling me, do stuff. But my body is just like, I want to go home. And a heart, go lay down. So I'm trying to balance that. But how are you doing, Mr. Phillips?
I'm good. Besides today being a sleepy day, I'm good. You know, I wanted to stay in the bed today. It's just one of those days. But outside of that, you know, I have fun kicking it with my baby. She was in my space today. You know what I'm saying? Doing her thing. I just want to sit next to you, boo. And I'm like, yes. You know, it'd be the small things, you know what I'm saying? Everybody have their things or what they feel like is intimacy. And one of mine's is just, you know, we don't necessarily have to be all hugged up. We ain't got to be really up under each other, but her being in the same vicinity or in the same space, you know what I'm saying? That's cool because I can feel her. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool for me.
You're cute.
Who, me?
Yes, you. So with that being said, that kind of rolls into what our topic of discussion is for tonight. And we're talking about the 5 love languages.
Love languages.
Dun, 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 dun.
But before we get into the topic,
you
know, of course, we gotta We got to give y'all some tea.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to give y'all a little bit of tunes. You know what I'm saying? So if you checked in last Monday, you see that now we officially have these little mini segments, right? So mine is always the tunes. Y'all know why. Self-explanatory. We ain't even got to go into why. You know what I'm saying? And then my baby, y'all already know she bring the tea. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta have a little tea for y'all, something that can motivate you, inspire you, get you to think. You know what I'm saying? And get you ready for the topic, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and kick off a little tunes for y'all. So I ain't really been in my music bag heavy, but there's some new music that's been coming out, right? So I did a little preview before we got on here. So y'all familiar with R&B artist Money Long? She the one that had the joint that's been viral for like months. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I think it was in every TikTok,
every IG reel,
every reel that you could think of. You know what I'm saying? That mug play. You know what I'm saying? I like the song. You know what I'm saying? But she actually does have a project out. It's an EP that she just dropped. And it's actually pretty good. I did a nice little check-in snippet before we got on here or whatever. So you should go check it out. It's 8 tracks on there. It includes the joint Hours and Hours. And she's actually dropped an EP every year the last few years. So 2020 was her first EP that she dropped during the pandemic, of course. And then she dropped one last year, 2021, and then she dropped this one. So I think you should go and check all of them out. You said she used to do country? Word. Look at that. Dante coming through with the tidbits. You know, that's what's up. So whatever your favorite, streaming platform is, go on there and check her out. Money Long, Muni Long, Long. The DJ Khaled album God did. I still haven't gone all the way through it, but you know what I'm saying, if you're a hip hop fan and you like DJ Khaled, that's definitely something that you should go and check out. One of my favorites that just dropped not too long ago is the Black Radio 3 album by Robert Glasper. So if you're a Robert Glasper fan and you love soul, jazz, you know what I'm saying? Like, this Black Radio 3 album is really, really dope. He got one on there. I actually just sent the song to her the other day. It's with PJ Morton and India Irie, is one of my favorite songs on there. He also got another one on there with Music Soul Child that I really, really dig. It's called Everybody Love, I think. And it's really, really dope. I'm also a huge fan of K Tranada. If you're not familiar with who that is, he's a DJ, producer. His last project that he dropped is fire. I still listen to that boy. So that's something that you can go and check out. You can also go check out that new Boog's World album. You know what I'm saying? That dropped back in June. Shout out to my boy Akinyle, who's actually in the chat right now. He's featured on 2 of my tracks. A joint called Beautiful. And also, what's the other one? I forget the name of my own song. Just that
shameful.
Doggone it. It'll come to me in a minute.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I know the names of all the songs. I know the lyrics of all of the songs, but the actual titles of the songs, I don't know if I know them.
I literally just had a whole brain fart right there in that moment. Getaway.
There we go.
Getaway.
Yes.
Getaway is the second song.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So check out Beautiful and check out Getaway on my Love Story album with my man Akinyle. It's really, really dope. And speaking of him, he got some new music that's gonna be coming. If you're really an R&B and soul fan, you definitely gonna be feeling his vibe. I got all of his stuff already anyway, so I'm just waiting on this new stuff to drop. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm gonna like it. I already like some of the previews that I already heard, so I know y'all gonna like it because I know some of y'all really love R&B. So as soon as it drop, I'm gonna make sure that y'all hear it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's my tunes for the day right now that I got off the top of my head. Still make sure y'all go check out that Alex Isley album that I told y'all about 2 weeks ago. It's amazing. The album is called Marigold. It's one of my favorites. And also check out Moonchild. You're not up on Moonchild. They out of Cali. This group is dope. They dropped a project earlier this year too. It's fire. Also, PJ Morton got a new project that he dropped this year too. Y'all need to go check that out. It's fire too. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Boom. T Cross, you done wrote the song. You don't know the name.
Tina.
Listen.
Hey D.
Hey Diaria. So yeah, so that's my tunes for the day. You know what I'm saying? So go check those out. If there's something that you really into and that you dig in, you know what I'm saying, slide it in the comments and tell me what you listening to or whatever, or shoot me an inbox. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you think I should be checking out. Because of course, even though I'm a DJ, I don't know all music that's out, even though some people act like I know everything that's ever been made, by every artist. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you ain't got that.
How
What
dare
you mean
you?
you ain't got that? You ain't no real DJ.
How
like,
dare you?
What? You know what I mean? Artists dropping music every day, not just the mainstream artists, but independent artists are dropping music like all day, every day, all the time. You know what I'm saying? Stuff out here that's super dope too. So I try to keep up with a lot of the indie artists or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? It's always music out here, and I don't catch everything. So if there's somebody that you want to try to put me up on, drop it in the comments, shoot me an inbox. All right?
Bring it.
Oh, yeah, dog. The new Tank album. I almost forgot. How did I forget about that? Go listen to the new Tank album. Good God. It's R&B. It's R&B. It's R&B.
It's R&B.
Yes. Tank, that's why he's one of my favorites anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go listen to that new Tank album. So that's it. I'm done.
You done?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Okay.
All right. So moving into the tea. Oh, and I want to double back real quick. Valentine, your love language is not paying bills.
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. So I just want to double back on that to say, no, ma'am, that is not a love language.
I don't think nobody wants that to be their love language.
If somebody's paying my bills, that's active service, but we'll get into that. We're going to get into that. All right. So.
Oh, I missed that. You said Money Long do everything, not just country, pop, and rock. Oh, see, I'm out the loop on her. You know what I'm saying? But good looking out. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
All right. So talking about some tea, I was telling you guys about this. We've moved into Libra season on the 23rd of September. Officially out of Virgo season into Libra season. So we're moving out of that sense of perfection, detail-oriented energy of Virgo, and moving into balance and peace and the sense of calm in some ways that comes with Libra season. We're moving out of an earthy sign, we're moving into an air sign. So here we're talking about communication, we're talking about thoughts, talking about intellect, and all of that kind of good stuff. So with that being said, a little tea for today. And we just, like I said, had a new moon in Libra Sunday, the 25th. So this is new energy pushing in. And here we have the Two of Pentacles. And so the Two of Pentacles here is talking about balance. Okay. So just in time for this Libra season, being able to recognize what's on your plate. All right. Sometimes it feels as though you are the one that's having to juggle everything, right? And if you don't juggle all the things just so, everything is going to hit the ground. Here's the thing. We can get super emotional about the shit we can't control. Excuse my French. So it is up to us to recognize the things that we are juggling. Are they worth juggling? Are there some things that we're needing to put down? Are there some things that we're needing to ask for help with to create a better balance, to have this sense of equilibrium, so it doesn't feel like we're top heavy or lopsided, about to fall over, crash, be exhausted in the whole nine. All right. The Two of Pentacles. Pentacles here talks about your body, talks about your family, talks about your health, your money, things of that nature. So if anything that you're wanting to quote unquote balance during this time in terms of your money. So if we out here robbing Peter to pay Paul, you know how we do that bill dip. It's like, okay, well, let's not do till such and such. I'm gonna take this money, pay this thing, and take this and do this and do that. is there an easier way? So it doesn't feel like you juggling all of these things. Is there a better system? Is there something that you can cut down on? Is there a subscription to a streaming station that you're not using that you can kind of take that and put it elsewhere? So we're talking about money, okay? Um, if we are talking about health and balancing that out, looking at nutrition, looking at movement, looking at sleep, how can we create a better balance? Maybe you only eat out 2 times a week versus 5, creating, so you're cooking at home, saving a little money so you don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. um, and then family. If there's anything going on in family where it feels like you're holding up the weight of everybody and everything, ask yourself, where can I ask for assistance? Where can I ask for help? Don't stand in your pride and try to take everything on your shoulders, because I promise you, it will be a harder sense of juggling. It will be a harder sense of fight just to keep yourself going. So if you need the help, ask for the help. All right. And because there's water in the background of this card, this is also saying that the things that you're juggling can have emotional attachments to them. Oh, also relationships, because we're talking about Libra season. If you are juggling a couple of folks and it's getting to be too much, it's cuffing season. It might be time to just choose one while it's getting cold. You don't have time for 2 or 3 or 4. But in relationships, anything that's not bringing you a sense of peace, or anything that is knocking you off your square and creating dis-ease or a sense of not being balanced, think about, well, what can I do with it? How can I let it go? How can I rest it? Whatever emotions that come up with it, allow yourself to sit with them, to process them as well. All right. Libra is giving us this redo. Oh, because we're in Mercury retrograde as well, to really look at things we have on our plate and really reassess, am I able to hold and handle it all? And if not, it doesn't make me less than. It just means that I need to communicate that I need more. So that's a little tea for y'all on this here Monday. Okay. So allow yourselves that sense of balance. Allow yourselves the ability to ask for what you need. Okay. Hey, Shanique.
Shanique, what up? What up, though?
Hey, Francie.
Francie.
Hey, Key. Everybody just came in since I've been talking. How y'all doing?
What's up? We appreciate y'all stopping in.
So I want to ask one thing, because we talk about balance too, and putting yourself on the scale. This is like the justice card. Putting yourself on the scale is important as well. So everybody that's here in the chat, and even if you're watching the replay, I want you to put in the chat one thing that creates balance for you. What's one activity or one thing where you're just like, when I do this, I feel like the balance is reset? And it's going to be in terms of self-care. Recently, I have found a sauna.
Yoga.
Oh, yoga, one. Yes. I have found a sauna.
I think I want to try yoga. I just feel like an old guy. Like my bones going to be like... But I guess I got to start somewhere so I can get some more flexibility. You know what I'm saying?
Francie says solitude. Yes.
Solitude is cool.
I found
when you're in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solitude can be terrible. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in a balanced state, or if you're, you know what I'm saying, I guess you could say down in the dumps, if you're struggling, solitude really does not always help in those situations. Brandy said meditation. No?
Yes, Thaddeus has a yoga studio. I think it's in Southfield.
Thaddeus. What's Thaddeus last name?
Irby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
Hey D. Honestly, I lack self-care. I'm working on it though. And that's it. It's the awareness. The awareness so that you can begin. Yes.
First step is being honest with where you are.
Balance and flow. That sounds like where we need to be at. But anyway, I found this dope sauna in Corktown. And I went last week? Week before last week, I think it was.
Was that
week
last week?
before?
It might have been last week. I think it was last week.
It was so much. It was exactly what I needed to just kind of sit. They have speakers so you can listen to your music and just kind of sweat, detox, the whole nine. So when I left there, I felt great. I felt lighter. Like that's gonna be on my list of self-care things to continue with. Hey George.
George, what up, cuzzo? Checking in from Cali. What's going on?
So, you ready to move into topic?
I'm ready whenever you ready.
So, today's topic that we picked for tonight are talking about the 5 love languages. George, there we go. The 5 love languages. If you are familiar with the 5 love languages, go ahead and throw some hearts up, put some hands up. And if you know your love languages, go ahead and type that in the chat as well. For you guys that are unfamiliar with the 5 love languages, the 5 love languages are in a nutshell, the ways that you receive love, how you know that, your partner loves you, the actions that they can do or how they can quote unquote speak to you to show you love. Okay. Brandy says quality time. Yes. All right. So the 5 love languages are physical touch, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, and gifts.
Yep, gifts.
Gifts. I think it's got another word.
It's
something in gifts. Receiving gifts. There we go. So we have acts of service, quality time, and gifts. Yes. Shanique, acts of service. Yes. And you can have more than one. Sometimes there's like a hierarchy of this is the most important, and then they kind of go down from there.
Yeah. So there's like a little, there's a love language test.
You want to put that website in there in the chat?
I don't remember what.
I think it's www.5lovelanguages.com.
5lovelanguages.com
or lovelanguages.com.
Let me check.
Yes, and if you have people that you want to invite, please invite them. This is an open forum. Quality time and physical touch. All right. Number 1 is where is the touch?
Is it right?
No, that's not it. No, the love languages maybe, or 5 love. What's www.16?
I don't know. That's what came up.
Oh, number 1 is where is the touch? Words of affirmation. Yes. And so knowing your love language is important because it allows you to communicate with your partner on what you may need to feel loved by them. Okay. The interesting part, or the part that some people kind of gloss over or don't recognize, is that you and your partner can have 2 completely different love languages, and you cannot love your partner in your love language unless they are compatible. So, for example, my top love language is physical touch. His top love language is quality time. So me trying to love him, or me being up under him, holding him, touching him, does not compute in his brain that I love him. Okay. He can go like, oh, this is cool. But to him, it doesn't compute as I love you. Whereas if he hugs me or kisses me or, is next to me or snuggles me or tickles me, like I light up like a little kid and I'm like, I'm loved. I know that. And so like you said earlier, me just sitting in his space, we was doing 2 completely different things. He was on his computer, I was on my computer. We have conversation in little bits of pieces of stuff in between, but it was just me sitting next to him and being in his space. Did you feel love today?
Mm-hmm. I feel love every day.
He felt loved today in that instance as well. It was a capitalization, punctuation, exclamation mark today.
Are love languages different in each relationship? No, I don't believe they are. Whatever your love language is, it's going to be that in any relationship that you have. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's really just about um the person that you're with being able to recognize what those love languages are, or I should say not recognize them, because you really need to be the one to be able to communicate that
Mm-hmm.
to the person that you're dealing with, and then them being receptive to that, and showing a willingness to try to meet that area of need
Mm-hmm.
as best they can,
Mm-hmm.
because some people fall short.
Mm-hmm. And some people just don't register certain things as being love.
So, but I did hear. I was glad that she brought this up when we was talking about what we wanted to do as far as the topic. I thought love languages was perfect, because I literally was just looking at something on social media, and a couple, I think they were a couple, it was a young man and a young lady, and they posed the questions about love languages. Is your partner or the person that you're dealing with, are they responsible for um, meeting this need that you have for your love languages, or are you responsible for it?
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was really interesting or whatever. So I kind of wanted to, dive into that, and we can have a conversation about that. So feel free to, put it in the comments what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya, he said he thinks they change in different relationships. Okay. George, you say you love the way she loves your children.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a big one.
Mm-hmm.
How would that will relate with love languages?
Acts of
That's
service.
acts of service.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I will have to take the quiz. Yeah. Valentine, go ahead, take the quiz. Because different people bring out different things, and may make you love something you never knew you did.
That's very true.
That's a good point.
That's a very, very good point. And there's evolution, you know,
Yeah, that too.
evolution
So
of a person. Mm-hmm.
yeah, your love languages can uh shift.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 love languages.
Right.
That so it can kind of depend. Like, you may, one phase of your life, gifts, receiving gifts may end up being like, I need this
Mm-hmm.
in this phase of my life, this time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
This is important. This is what's speaking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And other times it may be the acts of service. Other times it may be the words of affirmation you need to hear from the person that you are with, how they feel about you, how important you are, or how you make them feel,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely can fluctuate depending on where you guys are in your journeys individually and
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good point, because we also talked about, if you ever looked in our bio on either of our pages or whatever, we characterize this relationship as a parallel partnership, and I think that kind of speaks to that. Like, we're individuals, but we operating together. Like, we're still able to be who we are individually, but in this great and an amazing relationship that we are in, we're still partners.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We still share in things, but it doesn't take away from our individuality, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And we're moving at the same pace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And coming back to that, now that I think about it more, um, your love language, the ratio, I guess, can shift based on um, just your own self, your work on self. Because I'm thinking to myself about, for example, if someone's love languages is gifts. I think my second one is gifts. Um, we have to think about growing up, and in some instances, how were we programmed with love? Like, how did our caretakers show us love? Or how didn't our caretakers show us love, or something that we have been what would have yearned for, so to speak? So if you grew up and your parents showed you love in terms of gifts, giving you gifts or buying you things, that's how you're going to kind of program yourself for, okay, if somebody buys me something, this means that they love me, you know? But then as you get older and you really start to do the self work, some people choose not to, some people do, whatever. But start doing that self work about, what is love? Is it someone buying me something truly? Does that mean that they love me? Or, is it a closeness that I would prefer to have someone show me that they love me? So just on your personal evolution of growth in terms of love, it can shift as well, you know? Um, yes, a parallel partnership. You never want to get so wrapped up in someone that you lose yourself. Absolutely. Um, because that's how things become codependent. If there isn't this sense of independence, we are whole people coming into a relationship, you know? And so that's why it looks like a parallel thing. I have my own thing, he has his own thing, and we can run this thing this way going in the same direction. But if I came into this situation having pieces of me that were unhealed, or there were holes in my uh, holes in me, so to speak, where I hadn't healed from past relationships or traumas, and he had the same, but he figured out how to take care of me to fill those holes and vice versa. Now we are kind of like this intertwined, enjoined thing that's trying to go forward. And it can get really knotty. It can get really hairy, because what if one day he decides, I don't want to pour into you, into that hole that you have? I know it's a hole, but today I just don't feel like it. So now I'm like gaping and trying to get more from him. And now I'm like doing more to show up for him to see me. And it just can get very entangled and very gross. And that's how you see some of those relationships that just can't break away from one another. They're toxic because they're not necessarily independent in their journeys. They have figured out how to fill each other's holes. And at one point, some person or the other person is just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And they try to extract themselves from the relationship. And it just feels, and then next thing you know, they're back together and it's just toxic. So it's that kind of thing too.
Yeah, that codependency is a mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, depending on somebody else to make you happy, help you in a sense fill in the gaps, help you heal. It's really not your partner's responsibility. It's yours. Your partner is to assist you in that journey. You want them to support you, in that journey. You know what I'm saying? The last thing you want to be is with somebody who doesn't support you bettering yourself.
Mm-hmm. And so
get out of my life.
And so here's the thing too, because just like the 5 love languages are in relationships, they also apply to self. So if there is something that you are needing a type of to be spoken to in some way, you can speak to yourself and give yourself what you need, excuse me. So for like physical touch, if you're not in a relationship where you can have someone physically touch you or hug you or hold you or whatever, like you can go get a massage, so you have that sense of physical touch, you have that sense of deep pressure, soft fabrics on your skin or blankets. Excuse me?
Huh?
Say with your chest out loud.
Oh, you said, I mean, you need physical touch. I was just saying, masturbate.
That too. It's not where I was going.
I know, I'm just saying.
But that too.
Because sometimes you might get the massage and you still need some touch. So, I mean, my cousin going to say the happy ending massage.
You know what?
Okay. If you know where to go to get that.
Oh, God. Dancing, being in your body, literally or physically. Skincare, long showers. That's how you can kind of give yourself quote unquote physical touch, whether that's internal or external, friends. Oh goodness, sweet God.
I'm saying we all adults out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sometimes you just go ahead and let it loose.
You
You
got
know
a
what I'm
coupon?
saying?
I can't.
You got a coupon.
I can't.
Well, you in Cali, so you know it's
Right. There's different rules in Cali.
Yeah, y'all might have more access for that. Just playing. You ain't playing. You serious.
Oh, wait, I want to go back. Katera said is codependency is why I've been so afraid of dating. I like the parallel partnership. Yes. So codependency, it's being mindful of where you're still healing, but not expecting the other person to fulfill that for you. You might ask them to support you, but you have to be honest about what you're healing from as well. But ask them to support you. If you need to talk about it, to be able to talk about it, to get it off your chest, get it out in the open. But it is our jobs to do the work for us to be whole. It's not our partner's job.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's not our partner's job to make us happy. It's not their job. It is our job to make ourselves happy, which is why the sense of independence is important. I have my friends, he has his friends, we have connected friends, so we're not doing everything together because you need that separation. You need that sense of, yes, we're husband and wife, but we can be friends, and I can be Vine over here, he can be Boog over there, and we don't have to always be connected at the hip in all things. Um, there was something else I was going to say with that, but I forgot.
I don't know. Where was you about to go with that?
Oh, so like gifts, receiving gifts. Like I love receiving gifts. Like doesn't matter what it is. Like I love it. I'm a Taurus, and yes, give me all the things. And so Boog is not a big gift giver. It's just not who he is. So I'm like, oh, one of the best things that I did for myself, and actually I did it before I met Boog, was I'll Crate. And it's a it's a book subscription service. And it's something that I ordered for myself.
My baby loves books.
I love books. I'm a nerd. Something I ordered for myself starting years ago. But basically it's this box and it has a book in it and has maybe 5 or 6 or 8 trinkets inside that kind of go with the theme of the book. The thing is that you don't know what the book is. They give you kind of like a synopsis and kind of a category of what the book is. So like every month I get this surprise package in the mail, and it's just like the best thing for me. Like I absolutely love, love, love it. And so that's just something that I do for myself so that I am receiving a gift. Once again, I know where it's coming from, but I don't know what's in it. And that's just something that lights me up for the month, something I have to look forward to. So sometimes we have to take into our own hands the things that we know make us happy or light us up or whatever the case may be, and not say, well, my partner needs to do this for me because he's supposed to love me. No, you can take it upon yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
laugh, it ain't funny.
You're a Taurus, yes.
Don't laugh, it ain't funny.
We do love hard, don't we?
Yeah. Y'all kind of crazy though. I love my Taurus boo.
He indulges me.
And she get gifts sometimes.
I do.
I have to actively think about it and be intentional with it. So, and she's a book lover, so she's got quite a few gift cards so she can go to the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And even the quality time at the bookstore is him taking me to the bookstore, and he'll just go to the little cafe. Like they usually have a Barnes and Noble. We go to Barnes and Noble, so like a Starbucks, and he'll just sit and he'll be on his phone. He'll get something to drink and he'll just sit and chill. And I'll just be bustling through the bookstore. And one day I came back to the table. He was like, well, where's your books? And I was like, I didn't see anything that I liked. He said, that means that you're not done. Go back. So he sent me away. And of course, I came back to the table and I think I had 3 at that
She
point.
found some.
But he never rushes me in a bookstore.
She found the books.
And that is a love language for me. Having someone, and I feel like that's a act of service, no, quality time and act of service in some ways. Is just being patient with me in doing something that I love to do, So I do appreciate that. So, but what are your other love languages besides quality time?
Acts of service.
Mm-hmm.
I think that and quality time is my main ones. After that, I guess I would have to say words of affirmation. Physical touch, and then gifts is last on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have to have gifts.
But
gifts, I feel like a gift comes in the form of quality time or an act of service. So
it's not a material thing.
So not physical gifts is like, it's cool if I get them, I appreciate them, but it's not like, oh, I just gotta have a gift and I'm gonna be disappointed if you're gonna give me a gift. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not that for me. I know some people, like, they don't get a gift, they be upset. It be like the end of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Because then they feel like I'm not loved. And so what happens when you try to love your partner in your love language? Does not compute. Does not compute. You
can end up bumping heads. So, but that's why I thought it was interesting with the post that I saw when the young man and young lady, talked about us being, as people can sometimes be too dependent upon our significant other or partner to provide this need for our love language, when that's something that we really should keep pouring into ourselves on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So we're not looking for the other person to fill it up. Like, when we get it from the person, great.
Extra.
You know what I'm saying? But that's, you should keep refilling that cup, like whatever it is that you really love, just like whatever your passions are. You know what I'm saying? You can't count on your partner to help you feel this void in your passion, or help them, push you in that space. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then if they end up supporting you and helping you or whatever and working with you in that thing, then it's like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's that extra, like, oh, this is great. You know what I'm saying? So, you said that's when you go to sleep. Oh man. So, but yeah, like, love languages, the first thing is you understanding and just really realizing what your love languages are, and what you need to do individually first to make sure that you're fulfilling whatever that need is. Also keep in mind that love languages, you know, is not just for the person that you're dating or in a relationship with. Like, there are other people in your life who can feel, some of these other needs. If you are into, you know, quality time, physical touch, you got friends, you got family that can give you hugs and all that type of stuff that you may need. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always just about my partner gotta do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have other people in your life that can, touch on some of these areas.
Because these things they don't have to be sexual. Even physical touch does not have to be. It does not have to be sexual.
Nope. It don't.
One of my good friends that I work with at the tea room, Deanna, if you watch this, I ask her for hugs all the time. all the time, and she gives me the best hugs. And it's just because I'm either in a space where I just need that sense of deep pressure, that sense of feeling safe. I work in the field that I work in. It's a lot of energy. So just kind of grounding me by giving me a good tight hug. So these love languages can, you know, exist outside of your partnership with a partner. These can be family and friends, like Boog said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, just letting people is, and it really roots in communication, letting people know what you need. I mean, that's what it really boils down to. Letting people know what it is that you need. Some of us try to keep it all to ourselves and figure it all out, and we find ourselves buried under so much stuff and then overwhelmed and don't know where to start digging. And then there's just like, I'm going to just resign this as my life, and that's it.
Yeah, some people never even have the discussion of what they need as far as love languages and other things that they need, and their partner be in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and so you be expecting them to know. For I don't know why you expect them to know or expect them to figure it out or whatever, but um, it's like this big shock for them when you upset about something that they didn't even know,
Mm-hmm.
saying anything about. Like, well, I didn't even know that's what you liked or that's what you wanted or that's what you needed. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So communication is always the first step. You know what I'm saying? In whatever relationship that you're in, whether it's with friends, family, your significant other, being able to communicate to them what you need, what you like, what you want, and all that good stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta have
Yep.
it.
And,
Your trigger finger.
and the better your relationship is with yourself, the better your relationships will be with other people. Hey, Rodney. Um,
Ronnie, what up, bro?
Tosh said, girl, the boy needs a hug regularly. Sensory overload. It can have him on 12 hugs. Have him on 12. A hug brings him down. Off topic, but I'm so glad I'm a hug person to where I can provide that when he needs it in the moment. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely.
What up,
Um,
Rodney?
oh, shit, something I was going to
We
say.
good, good brother.
What's something I was going to say
How
about?
you and the missus and the family, man? Good to see you, man. Well, good to see that you're in the chat. What were you about to say? You about to say something else?
See, that's acts of service right there. Him dusting the dandruff off my shirt. That's acts of service. It was. Hey, I feel like you are very much an outwardly acts of service individual. And if anybody knows Boog, throw up some hearts, throw up some hands, throw up some something. If you will agree with me on the fact that he shows that he cares through acts. Look at all his hearts. Acts of service.
My guy, Rod.
Everybody. That anybody that know Boog, like that's how he show up. He will come through in a clutch at any time of the day, any week, any way he can help.
I'll try to.
He will try, absolutely try. You know, and that's one of the things that I love about him. Um, Sometimes it can be one of the things that frustrates me about you because some people just don't be in that reciprocal space
Well,
to give my baby back what he didn't gave. But
we had these conversations. We've had these conversations quite a few times. You know what I'm saying?
he is George.
I found out a long time ago that expecting somebody to reciprocate exactly what you give them
Mm-mm.
is a setup for failure. You're going to be upset. You're going to be mad. You're going to be bent out of shape. Next thing you know, you falling out with somebody that you didn't even have to fall out with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect people to reciprocate the same things that I give them because that's not their job. Whatever I'm doing for that person, that's what was meant for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Their job is something totally different. It's somebody else feeling the need that they can't feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta realize that everybody that
Hey Jay.
you do something for, give something to, whether you speaking into their life, whether you providing this act of service or whatever, whether you helping them out of a jam, that don't necessarily mean that they're going to be doing the exact same thing for you. It's going to be somebody else that's going to be meant to do that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you always have to keep that in mind. So that's why a lot of other people, they remember like, why you still cool with them, or why you call them friend, or I feel like they could be doing this and they could be doing. I'm like, that ain't they part, that ain't they role in my journey. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about it. So plus I'm very good at ignoring people. I'm also very good at saying no. So if I don't want to be bothered, if I don't want to do nothing for you, I won't.
That's very true too.
And I don't have a problem with telling you like, yeah, I just don't want to do it. Like, some people, they'll tell you no, and they'll make up something for why they can't do something for you. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you because I don't want to. Don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to accept that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just always going to go the way you want it to go. And that's cool. Just like I'm cool with that too. If I ask you for something and you can't do it, you don't owe me no explanation. Actually, I don't even ask for explanation because I don't even want you to try to lie to me. Just tell me you can't do it, or that, you know what I'm saying? Or just say no, and that be that. You know what I'm saying? Some don't serve a purpose and just use until they can't use anymore. And learning the difference is growth. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody serves some type of purpose in your life. If they in your life, they serve some type of purpose. It's about you recognizing what it is or figuring out what that is for that person in your life. And honestly, we all use each other, you know what I'm saying, for something. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's for friendship, whether it's for conversation, whether it's for hanging out. Like some people got hangout buddies. That's what they use them for. Mm-hmm. Because you're fun to hang out with. We can have fun. I can do stuff with you that I can't do with nobody else. Somebody else, you using them for their conversation because every time y'all, converse, that is going to be something that you can be all in on. You know what I'm saying? And you can do the same thing that they do. Like y'all just have this thing. Y'all can just talk. You know what I'm saying? So we all use each other for something. You know what I'm saying? The problem comes in when we don't establish boundaries with folks that's in our lives, and you not having a willingness to say no, or I can't, or I don't want to. Mm-hmm. That's where the problem comes in. So nobody can really overuse you if you allow them to. If you don't allow them to, mm-hmm. Like you got to know when to cut people off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People only do what you allow them to do. And so we always take it as somebody's really trying to use and abuse you. No, they just doing what you let them do. We all use each other for something. Mm-hmm. You just got to know when to be like, yeah, no.
When to hold them and when to fold them.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a real problem for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's just telling people like, no, or I don't want that now. I'm okay. That's enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling that anymore. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like that's hard for us because we're worried about it hurting their feelings or something like that. Nah. Mm-hmm. We got to have this boundary. And the other person, if you establish those type of things, especially early, then you won't run into that issue because they'll always be thinking like, okay, no, I can't do that. That's going to be too much. And they're going to go redirect. And they're going to find somewhere else. And you good. Mm-hmm. So, but if you open that Pandora's box,
oh boy,
letting them do whatever, whenever, saying whatever, however, then mm-hmm. That's where the problem comes in.
And sometimes that's how that codependency creeps in as well, because at some point this person was pouring into you or giving you or healing, pouring into a spot that was a hole. And if they decide at some point, no, I don't want to do that, then you feeling away and you trying to figure out, well, how do I get this person to be what they were and who they were? And this is the only person that can do this for me. And things get real toxic real fast in those moments. Mm-hmm. And then it's no longer a parallel. It has become a train wreck.
You said, well, I feel like Swiss cheese.
What? say.
Girl, Swiss cheese.
And so I don't know if I've ever, I'm sure, pretty sure some of you have heard my Swiss cheese analogy in relationships. If you have one piece of Swiss cheese over here, which is a person that has holes, hasn't taken time to fill them, hasn't had, hasn't poured into themselves to close these wounds, they meet another piece of Swiss cheese. You put them together, their holes don't show, because this person got holes too. But when they lay upon your Swiss cheese, the holes are all covered. Everything is cool. So we in this relationship having a good time because there ain't no holes, there ain't nothing showing. But the minute somebody starts to try to peel that shit apart, oh boy, it's a problem, right? Because now the cheese starting to tear and this piece is trying to stick to this piece, and those holes that were there, they never got fixed. They never got healed. So now instead of having the holes you came in with, now you have brand new ones that have formed in this relationship. So then it's just like, I can't let this person go, because if they do, then where am I and who am I and how do I close this stuff up? And so you try to stick to this thing that is no longer good for you.
Mm-hmm. That codependency.
So gotta get the thick slices and have a little hit.
Valentine's.
Listen. Oh my God. So there's one thing that I learned entering into this relationship was that I had attachment issues and anxious attachment issues. And when you're single and you're doing your healing and you're doing your work, you're like, okay, I'm good. Yes, I know I got boundaries, this, that, blah. But it's not until you actually have somebody in front of you that you really get to see where you're still healing, And so in the beginning of our relationship, there was a lot of anxious attachment, because he is a very independent person. He is a very like kind of come and go with DJing and just working and all that kind of good stuff and just being busy. And this is a different part of our lives because I was still working and whatever the case. This is before COVID. But like if I didn't hear from him, like I would normally, so like if there was a normal sense of communication, and if that varied or if that switched or if that changed in some way, I'm immediately thinking, what's wrong? What happened? What did I do? But when you by yourself, you don't recognize that because you don't have anybody to interact with to see if that thing has been fixed or if you've healed that completely, So I had to do some more work on myself, even at the beginning of our relationship, to close that stuff up in me, because I was just like, this is something, but it wasn't about blaming him because he did something different or he was being himself. It was just like, this is a me situation, not necessarily a him situation. So I was able to do what I needed to do to shift that, So now shit, he can be gone. I'll be like, bye. I ain't looking for him. So now that there's this feeling of a secure attachment versus an anxious one.
Yeah, but that scares the shit out of other people.
What?
That you be like, oh, bye, gone. I'll talk to you. I ain't looking for you. Da, 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 da. Other people be like, I'd be like, yo, like it's good. Like
once again, parallel.
You out this late? Your wife know where you at. She know who you with.
Listen,
wife. She know where you been. I'd be like, yeah, like we tell each other everything's first off.
And wife is at home sleeping soundly across the whole bed.
She ain't gotta worry about me not coming home. I'm coming back home, shoot. But if we hanging, we hanging. We hanging. You know what I'm saying?
I got an expiration date on time, and it's usually around 10, 11 o'clock. Don't look for me. You could be at my house.
I know a lot of guys got curfew, so you know what I'm saying. If you got a curfew, don't come hang with me. Don't even do it. So don't even. don't even come down to hang with me. You know you got to be in at a certain time.
But had I not recognized that that was something that I needed to work with, there would be issues within our relationship because of that.
But why just trust them? Well, everybody don't trust like that.
Because people don't trust themselves.
You know what I'm saying?
They think they do, but they don't really.
Yeah. So no, people don't. They don't trust. You know, part of it is they don't trust themselves. Part of it is they just really just don't trust you, and they already had that, insecurity that was there, and so you, without you even really knowing why, you being grouped in with other folks from the past, they ain't got nothing to do with you, but just the fact that you out, and that's like, yeah, the last person I let go out, and they did that. So now, you know what I'm saying.
Chain gang.
You got to get all that at you now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, trust is hard for some people. You know what I'm saying? And then trust is really hard if you're somebody like me who has a lot of female acquaintances and friends. So, I mean, I've had people in the past who was like, and I was like, oh, well, we don't have to be together. And it was like, I mean, you think I'm banging on my friends or something? Like, ugh. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like.
But it also goes along with boundaries too. It's like if someone has created distrust within the relationship, and it either isn't talked about or it isn't healed, it isn't whatever, and you're still with that person and you just allow it to happen over and over and over and over without boundaries, you're never going to build trust because you're more fearful about losing that person than creating a boundary to be like, you don't make me feel, I don't feel secure in this relationship, and you have done things repeatedly to punctuate the insecurity, but I'm going to keep you because I would rather not be alone. So you done fucked yourself twice, and not in a good way. So, we also have to be we have to be accountable for our decisions within relationships as well. But some people are so fearful of being by themselves that they will choose to stay in something that is unhealthy and then create more unhealthiness as the relationship goes on. Hey, Karen. So.
Hey. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. We're actually going to be wrapping up in a little bit, but for those that see this replay, definitely make sure that you chime in on our topic of love languages tonight. If you go back up through the thread on Facebook, the link for the 5 love languages test or quiz is there. Check it out. See what yours come up to, what I'm saying, what your results are. And then, go from there. Really, a lot of things with when it comes to our love languages and how we deal with people, it takes a lot of self-examination and really coming to grips with who you are. This is one way for you to learn yourself, what I'm saying, especially in a better way, so you can kind of pinpoint the things that you need. It could be one of the gateways or doorways to you facilitating healing in certain areas that you may not have been aware of. So if you're not really sure what your love languages are, that could be a start to you getting healthy mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So definitely, look into that. Heading to bed. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, Valentine.
Yeah.
I love you. Love you, love you, love you.
And yes, Tosh, I was just going to touch on that. People don't set boundaries, and then when and if they leave the unhealthy thing and have healed, and then they don't trust as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who said that?
Tosh.
Oh.
And so when you trust yourself, you can trust anybody. Because as soon as someone does something, says something, or goes against a non negotiable that you have set for yourself, then you immediately speak on that. You just don't hold off and like, well, it's just the first time. The first time will turn into a second time, and a third time if you don't say anything. People will test the waters, and then some people just don't know what you have been through and what may be a trigger for you may not register as that for them.
Yep.
They
You're
just
not saying nothing. They like, oh, this is cool.
this is cool.
That's how they gonna look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta establish boundaries. You gotta let people know what's cool and what's not, what's acceptable and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you have a partner that is willing to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
If you have a partner,
that's the second part of it.
If you have a partner that doesn't, they don't need to be a partner.
That right there, that hurts some people. Because some people don't want to walk away from something they know they're supposed to walk away from.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so that's really all I got for love languages. You got anything else to add?
Nope. Just make sure that you love yourself in how you receive love. Give yourself what you need. Because once again, like I always say, the relationship you have with yourself and how good it is going to touch every other relationship that you have in your life. When you're good with you, 9 times out of 10, everything around you is roses. But when you have put yourself in the background, you have been doing things for other people so much that you have lost yourself and you start to see your world around you begin to implode, that is because you have gotten too far away from yourself and your relationship with yourself. So create those boundaries, make that time, create the balance that's necessary, you know? Yeah, love yourself. Love yourself. You are the avatar that runs everything in your life. And if you power down and power off, baby, everything else going with it. So
that's it.
That's it.
All right. So before we leave, there's something I kind of wanted to, I had to add a wrinkle to what we doing. So we got these decks, right? Relationship decks. I think are really, really cool. We still haven't really had a chance to have our own little one-on-one with it, but I figured that this is something that we could share with you guys on Tea and Tunes.
Totally
right?
Unscripted.
Fall in love with you first. Yes, absolutely. All right. So this is called tonight's conversation cards. The game is by Ace Metaphor. It's actually Black owned. Go check them out. You can follow them on Instagram. I think they got a Facebook page too. Just look up Ace Metaphor and tonight's conversation, the card game. All right. They got a bunch of different decks actually, but this one is for the couples. It's called the Connecting Couples deck. So, question is, in what areas of our personalities do you feel we have the most in common?
Definitely silliness. Goof troops over here. Goof troops over here.
That's it.
What about you? There's more. What about you?
Outside of being silly and goofy, I think our intellectual stimulation is what we have in common.
Nerds.
Certain conversations just really like take us there, and we can really go down some rabbit holes sometimes in conversation about just random stuff that make you think.
Give us a good documentary. Oh, we stay up for hours talking about it. We did that. What was it? Teal Swan? Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
whole
absolutely, we did.
man. We were up for hours. First off, we watched it was like 5 or 6 episodes, 4 episodes, hour long. And we just rolled the next one. So
Yeah, anything about
Brandy.
spirituality, anything about religion, um, what she was talking about that we was watching, it was actually about a lady who started a cult, even though she don't call it a cult or think it's a cult, but it is a cult.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because just seeing people's dynamics and how they operate and how they move, um, it's really crazy to see how some people move in certain spaces but don't realize, or they refuse to realize,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that they're doing, or they really just want to be in denial. It's like they really trying to play this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really, really crazy how the mind works for some people or whatever. So we kind of like, that's intriguing for us together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Psychology.
So, yeah. Also,
and thank you, Brandy. It's creative and gifted. I'll take it. Yes.
y'all. Card number 2, real quick. This deck is Welcome to the And. Is where the truth lies in the space between. The skindeep.com is this website that you would go to. They have a relationship card decks and some other things too. It's really, really dope. This was actually the first deck that we bought. Did I find it or did you find it first?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. We found it on Instagram, I think. And I saw the deck and I was like, oh, this is like super dope. So this question is, when you close your eyes and think of me, what do you see?
Hair.
The accuracy.
Yeah, that's what pops in my mind first is hair. Oh.
When I close my eyes, the first thing I think of is hula hoops.
See? There we go.
You be hooping with books.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what comes to mind.
That's what comes to mind.
Yes.
Hair and hoops. Hair and hoops. For tea and tunes.
Right. That is funny.
So.
Y'all see that? We goofy.
All the time.
Mutual weirdness.
Mutual weirdness forever.
So if you go on our website, you'll see it. It's literally like that was the
topper.
The topper for our wedding cakes has mutual weirdness. So
it's actually right there.
That is
there,
us.
Behind us.
Oh, it is behind
It's in there, yeah. Oh, last thing, super last thing before we go. We are having a Halloween party, a masquerade party, Magic and Mayhem. Everyone is invited if you are local. You can find all the information. It is October 29th. The information is on our website, www.phillipsonlove.com.
Yep.
You can purchase tickets there. We're going to have food and drinks and music and dancing and conversation. And it is the kickoff, the inaugural event of our lifestyle brand, Red Cup Society. So we are going to.
Yeah, it's really a cult. We starting a cult. Let y'all.
You are the worst. No, we're not. Red Cup Society, a place where people you can just be yourself. You have people out here laughing.
That's George.
Please don't encourage this behavior. But no, we are wanting to.
What did the
I don't know,
Everyone
but
just started playing.
I'm here for this jazz though.
That's funny.
Yes. So
I
this is
feel like we should be watching an old movie right now.
come out, get dressed up. You can wear semi-formal and a masquerade mask. You can wear a costume. Just come on out, have a good time. Like I said, we're having some good food, some good drinks, a good DJ, twirl a bit, dance a bit, twerk a bit, you know.
Yeah, you can be sophisticated or ratchet.
We don't mind.
Ratchet.
Sophisticated, we don't mind.
Yeah.
But it's just some grown adult fun.
Yeah.
So
the ticket price is $75. And the reason it's $75 is because you're getting a 4-course meal, you're getting dessert, and you're getting drinks. Unlimited drinks. You just go get you a drink. You know what I'm saying?
No drink tickets, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this ain't like, you ain't got to worry about getting there and then you got to pay for your food and pay for your drink. Like it's already being taken care of. That's why the ticket is $75. So it's taking care of all of that. And you just come, you can have a good time. We're going to have a 360 photo booth, so we're going to turn up a little bit so we can, style it out, you know what I'm saying, have some fun, create some memories, you know what I'm saying? We also got, our little segment where we're going to have a little conversation, you know what I'm saying? We got to have a little icebreaker and stuff like that. So, what?
What's that? Shayla, this is Samson. Bitch. I've watched that movie 1,000 times, George. Sheila, this is Samson.
Oh my God, this music is killing me right now. But anyway, so yeah, for those that's in Detroit, like I said, like she was saying, it's called the Magic and Mayhem Masquerade. All right, it's October 29th, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's early enough so you can come, you can eat good, and then we get to party a little bit. And you still, even if you want to go and hang out, because there's gonna be a bunch of parties going on that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we done at 11. If you want to go hang out for the rest of the night and hit some more parties, you got a chance to do that. But you can start the night with us. You know what I'm saying? Good conversation, cocktails, dinner, dessert, dancing. Sounds by my girl DJ Ruth. She's gonna be turning it up. She's super, super dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got a 360 booth. We got some other, treats that we'll have there. So you got to be there in order to know what those are. So get your tickets. All right. So, and we wanted to eliminate the ticket fee stuff. So when you go to the website, you're going to see the description of the event. And right below that is going to be the pay area that you can pay by either PayPal, you can pay by Venmo, or you can pay by your debit or credit card. All right. $75 covers everything. After you pay, make sure you put your email address in there, your current email address. All right. And then we send you your digital ticket so you can show it at the door. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
And I might pull a card for y'all.
So come dressed up, come cute, come dapper, and come have a good time with us. All right. In 2 weeks, we'll be back. If there's something that you would like us to talk about or bring up as a topic, you know what I'm saying, you can always inbox us. Let us know. You can inbox her or inbox me, or of course inbox us on our Facebook page, Phillips on Love. That might be the best place to do it. And that's it. Thank y'all for tuning in. T and Tunes. I'm Boog.
And I'm fine.
And we'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
We love y'all. We got to turn this thing off.
Yes.